Chapter 3 of the Bhagavad Gita is known as Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action. In this chapter, Lord Krishna explains to Arjuna that action is unavoidable and essential for life. No one can remain without action even for a moment, because everyone is compelled to act by their nature. Therefore, renunciation does not mean giving up work, but giving up attachment to the results of work. Arjuna is confused because Krishna praises knowledge and wisdom, yet asks him to fight in the war. Krishna clarifies that while knowledge is important, for most people, the path of action performed with the right attitude is necessary. One should perform one's prescribed duty sincerely, without selfish desire, and offer all actions to God. Such selfless action purifies the mind and leads to spiritual growth and liberation. Krishna explains that actions done as a sacrifice for the welfare of others and in devotion to God do not bind a person to karma. However, actions performed only for personal pleasure create bondage and suffering. He describes a sacred cycle of life in which beings depend on food, food depends on rain, rain comes from sacrifice, and sacrifice arises from selfless action. Those who live only for themselves break this cycle and live a meaningless life. The Lord also speaks about enlightened souls who have realized the self. Although they have no personal duty and are satisfied within themselves, they still continue to act for the good of society. Krishna gives the example of great kings like Janaka, who attained perfection through action. He explains that people naturally follow the example of great leaders, so wise individuals should act responsibly and guide others through their conduct. Krishna states that even he continues to act, although he has nothing to gain, to maintain balance and order in the world. If he were to stop acting, the world would fall into confusion. This teaches that selfless action is a responsibility towards society. The chapter also explains that all actions are performed by the qualities of nature, known as the gunas. Due to ignorance, people believe they are the doers. A wise person understands this truth and remains unattached, performing duties calmly without ego. In the final part, Arjuna asks what forces a person to commit sin against their will. Krishna answers that desire and anger, born from passion, are the greatest enemies of human beings. Desire clouds wisdom and leads to suffering. By controlling the senses, disciplining the mind, and realizing the higher self, one can conquer desire. In conclusion, Chapter 3 teaches that true freedom is achieved through selfless action. By performing one's duty without attachment and dedicating all actions to God, a person attains peace, harmony, and liberation.